The Jellyfairy was cut in two by a knife. Fortunately, her life wasn't in danger. She quickly put her two halves back together and became whole again. To become a strawberry cake, she had to go to a strawberry processing factory located elsewhere. She took a big leap and jumped onto a conveyor belt moving below. But then a terrifying roller machine flattened her completely. After that, another robotic arm slapped her and pushed her into a pipe. Luckily, she grabbed onto the smooth pipe as she slid down. Otherwise, the Jellyfairy would have been shattered into pieces if she had fallen. When she regained consciousness, she looked around in fear and saw that the blueberry and ice cream on her head were gone. To get her beloved ice cream hat back, the Jellyfairy stood on a sandwich biscuit and slid down the winding and complex network of pipes. Finally, she reached the bottom safely and successfully retrieved her ice cream. The next moment, the robotic arm that maintained order in the factory spotted her, but the Jellyfairy wasn't scared at all. She turned towards the robotic arm and launched a fierce counterattack. Before 2 seconds had passed, the robotic arm caught her. The robotic arm wanted to take her back to the jelly processing factory, but the Jellyfairy bit its finger hard, causing it to drop her. Behind her, a terrifying oven was burning. The Jellyfairy felt the heat and turned around, terrified. She was about to melt. To avoid becoming an ugly biscuit in the oven, she risked her life and jumped down. She thought she was safe now, but below, numerous stoves were burning, spewing flames. Yet Jellyfairy somehow managed to escape, narrowly avoiding the flames. The strawberry cake factory was now very close. She ran towards it quickly. Suddenly, the robotic arm reappeared. It had a weapon in its hand and fired many bullets at Jellyfairy, causing delicious blueberries to embed themselves in her body one by one. But Jellyfairy bravely threw the blueberries back at the robotic arm, turning its attack against itself. Just as Jellyfairy thought she was about to become a strawberry cake, she slipped on a blueberry lying on the ground. The ice cream on her head fell off and was crushed by a roller machine. Jellyfairy immediately understood that she was no longer perfect. The factory workers would surely throw her out. Tears welled up in her eyes. She had completely given up. Finally, she surrendered herself to the robotic arm. The robotic arm took her to the other side and placed her on a mysterious conveyor belt. There, she was bathed in sweet fountain water. Then, a machine above gave her a new, magnificent ice cream topping. 3 expensive blueberries were added to Jellyfairy for decoration, and finally, a thin mint leaf was placed on top. In the end, she happily became perfect and landed on a tray at a Michelin restaurant. Tell us in the comments which flavor of cake you like to eat.